Okay, hello YouTube. I just want to show you a mistake I just come across when you're changing your universal joint out on Chevy Suburban. The problem is this right here. Alright, this is actually the rear, and I put it on the front spindle. And the way I found out was when I was putting the rear on, putting the rear brackets on to your rear end, I noticed that these screws are too long and they hit against the butt right here. And I stared and stared and stared at this until, trying to find out whenever I was putting all this together, to see if I could see any difference from the front and the back. And I was looking at the width and everything, and I just didn't see this gap right here. Now I'm going to show you this screw compared to that gap. Okay, you can see that it's about 3/4 of an inch. All right, now look at this end. See, that's about a good 1.5 inches. So that tells you that gives you room for these brackets to go on there, and then it gives you room, let's see, from there to there to get your bolt inside there. See, slide it in there like that. So that tells you that the other end is just too short. There's not enough room to get your bolt in there. So I'm going to have to take these back out and swap ends, which was a disaster because when I was trying to get this one in, one of the roller pins, roller bearings fell out, and I was hammering and hammering and hammering and hammering and couldn't get it to close another 1/16 of an inch. So I took it back apart and looked inside, and there were 3 roller bearings laying on the bottom. I was careful not to do that. I knew not to do it, but I took some grease and I rubbed it around inside the bearing sleeve, and it held the bearings in pretty good because all the vibration you're hammering and hitting. And just to show you this, there's where I cut the old bearing, the old universal joint off, and there's the other one. I could have pried them out, but why pry when you can cut? Anyway, there's the old ones. Oh, and whenever you do have a squeaky universal joint, it's because of that right there. That's rust. And whenever I pulled that cap off, the bearings, just rust powder came out. So anyway, I did shoot some grease up in there, but I guess I didn't shoot enough. But these have plenty of grease put back in them. This one's greased up, but I'm going to have to swap bearing ends. And this is a universal joint repair, what not to do for a Chevy Suburban 2002 model. See you when it's done.